Hey guys, welcome to the spoiler discussion for Dr.Strange into the Multiverse of Madness. And god damn it, did they fuck up! Jesus Christ, it was so stupid. They killed off the Illuminati. I'm gonna say, go right off the bat. I just want everybody to know Illuminati is dead and everything. Well, I guess this variant of Illuminati or something. I don't know how it works. Yeah, they're dead. What do you guys think about that? We all hated that in the film. We absolutely were going bonkers. So they killed off Black Bolt, killed off Reed Richards, they killed off Captain Carter, they killed off Monica Rambeau, they killed off a lot of people in this film. They killed off Patrick Stewart. I guess another takeaway is if you came back from watching the movie, John Krasinski is Reed Richards, a very big fan favorite fan cast that people wanted to be. So I guess we could thank Marvel for that, for killing him off in the most gruesome way possible and absolutely destroying my heart.
Doctor Strange for sure, Multiverse of Madness did a pretty good job of just, had a pretty decent story they could expand upon pretty good, and I feel like, at least personally for me, it was okay at best. I feel like they could have pushed it a little bit further. The ways, again, being Multiverse of Madness, would have loved to see more.
They didn't go anywhere in the multiverse. American Chavez, so throughout the film, American Chavez doesn't know how to use her powers, and they're slowly going through other multiverses. There is one scene where it is showing a snippet in the trailer where they're going across multiverses, but they're not exploring, they're not seeing what's in it. It's just going very slowly. I'm pretty sure they go through 10, and that's it. No more exploring.
10 minutes, yeah.
And it was like, a minute scene or a 2-minute scene?
A minute, yeah.
And like, the only exploring of multiverses in this movie are at least 4 of them. Yeah, I think. So, it doesn't really feel like a multiverse movie, and they were really hyping this movie up, and then the fact that they would...
I will say, though, again, like, I went in with high expectations, but I feel like a movie that is dubbed, the Multiverse of Madness has a lot of stuff to try to appeal to, like, their audience. There's only so much they could jam-pack into, a 2-hour movie.
It should have been 3 hours. It should have been 3 hours.
Even then, I feel like that's stretching it. I feel like, they had a lot riding on their shoulders to try to make a decent movie that showed off some of the multiverse, but at the same time, not made sure the multiverse, took up most of the time. They have to, like, flesh out the villain story. They have to flesh out, just, like, the main characters, and they can't really focus on, like, variant from multiverse number 5, 7, 8, 12, whatever, what may be. So I kind of enjoyed the way they just straight up introduced the Illuminati in what they dubbed, Earth 838 or whatever. I will talk about, like, the number system, because they did drop the ball.
Yes.
They just straight up dropped the fact that the MCU is Universe 616.
Is the main Marvel universe, which is pretty nice. But we don't have X-Men, so don't know how that works, but whatever.
So I hope maybe we'll get more. Again, pretty sure they're never going to re-mention any of those numbers ever again in any Marvel film. But it'd be nice
unless they go multiverse.
Yeah, unless they just somehow, again, maybe Ant-Man and the Wasp would also somehow, again, if that even happens, with Kang and stuff, maybe King will mention other universes or other timelines or whatever it may be with him. But I feel like what they did with just introducing the Illuminati, whatever Earth they were in, was a good way to show off that, hey, this is what the multiverse has in store. The fact that we could have all these characters from other universes, but don't, expect to go to a lot of individual universes and show off individual characters from each universe. So I feel like this was okay way to, like, somehow not shave off time, but just manage your time somewhat good.
Yeah, but I think it really ruined a lot of people's expectations. Like, we didn't even ask for a lot. So, in our discussion before we watched the movie, we all, Angel wanted Logan, I wanted Deadpool. Matthew, who did you want? I don't remember.
Reed.
It was Reed Richards.
Reed.
He got what he wanted.
Reed.
And then you wanted...
I got my Black Bolt, baby.
Black Bolt. And they all died in their horrific deaths. So, yes, the Illuminati is here. They brought back
Was
Black Bolt. They brought back.
Now they're just 6 feet under
No
the ground.
longer.
I will say though, the reaction, at least maybe it was just our theater. I'm not sure what other people's theaters were like, but most of the people in our theater just didn't really recognize most of these characters that were shown off from the Illuminati, which kind of made it awkward. The fact that it was not just us four, it was us four and then like probably 700 people. I forget how many went with us. We all were just freaking out, being just the nerds we are. Like, oh my God, Blackpool reads whatever.
We were the ones
Just like
freaking
all
out
these
in that
dumb
theater, and
people.
everybody else would slowly jump on top of us while freaking out a little bit. But it wasn't like Endgame or No Way Home style.
No, like I mentioned earlier, I'm pretty sure most people just recognized who Reed Richards' actor was, and like they were like, "Oh, that's Jim from The Office."
Jim
from The Office.
the
But
Office.
then they really couldn't say much about Blackpool or whoever was playing Rambo at the time. I feel like a few people were kind of excited for Peggy Carter, but I feel like most of the hype
Miguel.
kind of went towards Jim from The Office for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said in the actual review, people are very stupid. Doctor Strange is still as stupid as he was in Spider-Man No Way Home. Wong, Sorcerer Supreme, should not be the Sorcerer Supreme. There were a lot of things in this movie where if they would have followed the script with what they're told and what they said that they were going to do, this movie wouldn't be an hour and 30 minutes long. Or no, 2 hours and 30 minutes long. This movie would be maybe an hour long, tops. Because they could stop so many things from happening. Wong is absolutely stupid. Doctor Strange, super stupid. Christine Palmer, I guess she was somewhat, smart and everything. Reed Richards, smartest man in the world, absolutely retarded. Yeah.
Dude, he legit told Wanda, "Hey, by the way, we have the strongest fucking hero who could whisper and you'll be dead." And she's like, "Really?" And he's like,
Oh, really? I'd
dude,
like to see him
like, you
try.
really spoiled. You spoiled.
Literally told him, "Hey, this is our strongest guy, and the only way to stop him is if you take away his mouth. You can't do anything about that."
What now bothers me now, like just thinking about it, like everyone's talking about it. Why the fuck did Black Bolt even talk? He could have still been like freaking out, but did he have to say, "Where's my mouth? Where's my mouth?" Then fucking kills himself.
Yes. So we should probably say how they died and everything. Like I said,
Real quick, would he have known that the fact of him not having a mouth would cause that? I feel like if I didn't have a mouth, I would not, be like, let me.
Well, I'd probably be like Neo from The Matrix. I'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, like I'd be freaking out. I'm like, wait, and I wouldn't think like, oh yeah, my ability that causes me to level cities with a
But he
whisper.
didn't know that. But like
Yeah.
it wouldn't. Ah man, it's just.
It was very gruesome to watch the fact that his face as he got blown off.
so
Again, something we did mention earlier, the Sam Raimi I feel like did really good with making a PG-13 movie.
into a rated R
Look
horror
like a rated
movie.
R.
It's very grotesque. There are a lot, like that scene alone is very big. So we should probably say like how they died one by one. So I guess we'll talk about this part and then we'll like talk about like important plot points in the movie. I just really want to get this out of the way because this was like
The Illuminati just really was a big plot, though. I feel like that was the big takeaway from the trailers too. The fact that we knew Charles was gonna be in this movie. Spoiler, he was. So everybody.
spoiler, he dies.
Yo, dog. We were all really excited to see how these characters got fleshed out, and they got somewhat fleshed out.
Oh, they got fleshed out, all right.
Oh yeah, they got fucking fleshed out. Their flesh
Yeah,
was out.
So there's a scene. Okay, so everybody is in front of Wanda and everything, and they're trying to calm her down, which is so stupid. Everybody throughout the whole movie is trying to talk down a mad woman that has been taken over by a very powerful entity and taken over by the Darkhold, and they keep trying to convince her, saying, "No, don't do this. This is bad. You're being the bad guy right now." She took over an entire
Just the
town.
mom who wants to see her kid.
She took over an entire town and bid them to her will. I do not think she cares. Even Robin is annoyed at me yelling. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, so they're all in front of Wanda and they're all like trying to convince her, oh, stop and everything. So they're like bringing out the Illuminati one by one before the scene, and they say Reed Richards is the smartest man in the multiverse or in the galaxy, I guess.
Jesus fucking Christ, was that a lie?
So they're all in front of Wanda, and Reed is like, I guess the big guy in the Illuminati, and he's like saying, "Oh, you don't want to do this. You should stop. I also have 2 kids. Please listen to us." And Wanda's like, "Oh, do you have do they have a mother?
They'll have a mother. They'll have a mother.
And then he goes, "Yes." So then she straight up says, "Oh, it's perfectly fine if you die." So then Reed Richards, smartest man in the galaxy, he throws away their biggest weapon against Wanda, and Black Bolt suddenly has his mouth disappeared because of the dark magic that Wanda has. So he's freaking out because he doesn't have a mouth there, and he tries speaking because obviously since he's freaking out, he doesn't know what to do. He blows up his own head. Like his brain is compacted into his skull, and he just dies. You see.
I fell to my knees. I fell to my knees in the theater when my guy died.
Mm-hmm.
Really
You all was quite disappointed.
I literally, I know that there was gonna be kids in this movie. Like there's gonna be definitely kids watching this movie, but I didn't think I would see myself saying the word fuck twice when Black Bolt's brain got splattered, and then when
We'll get to Reed
Richards.
Richards. We'll get to Reed Richards. I just want to finish
Yeah,
the
but
Black
like
Bolt
I was
thing.
not expecting myself to just yell out. I was like, I normally do that with horror movies specifically, but since Sam Raimi was directing this movie, and you could definitely feel the horror vibe that Wanda was giving. But like for a Marvel movie, I was not expecting myself to just jump, like get a. I didn't say jump, a little startle and be like, Jesus, oh my God, did you have to do that? I was not expecting that for myself.
Black Bolt, literally, you could see his head expand
Deformed.
and then just collapse on itself. And he falls to the ground and he's bleeding out his mouth. And no one on the team is like, "Oh my God, our friend's dead." They just go, "No.
Wanda, stop.
Stop, Wanda." Reed Richards, by the way, still the smartest man in the galaxy, even though he just, sold out his greatest weapon. Instead of doing anything to try to stop Wanda, all he does is stop.
Man, of the 4 people who were ready to fight Wanda, only 2 somewhat stood a chance. And that was Rambo and Black Bolt. Reed really couldn't do much, and Peggy, I'm sorry, Peggy.
But he could have done anything else other than just saying stop.
I did not expect Peggy, and I just didn't expect her to be alive. And compared to, again, I understand you revealed such big characters like Reed and Black Bolt. I feel like you can't really make them stay that long without flushing them out. But and I feel like they were just stuck with, okay, let's end up staying with Peggy and Monica Rambeau because their characters were somewhat basically shown in content, so it doesn't matter if we just flush them out and let them die.
So
petty as fuck though.
Right when Reed Richards reaches out, Wanda stops him, picks him up, and he's getting turned into silly string. His whole body's basically being cut. So he can't do anything, which is also pretty smart. And it's slowly going up to his head. The last things you hear is him screaming for his life, and his head pops. There's no blood. I don't know why. I don't think I saw blood. But
blood. There was blood.
There was
blood. You can see like a fucking. No, not a fucking. You can see like a little line, a little water line of red just spew out.
Oh, okay. So then.
I will say though, something I mentioned earlier. Obviously, a PG-13 movie. You can't really show a lot of blood until
Until it's rated R. Yeah.
So I did enjoy the fact that they covered Wanda in oil, but it just signified blood, and you can just tell like that oil that's blood that she herself has caused to shed from people
Right.
who you just killed. I did enjoy that a lot.
And then right after Reed Richards dies, everybody was having a all-out battle, and I guess so. She's fighting Monica Rambeau's with her magic and such, and then she slams her into a wall, and then she starts fighting Peggy Carter. So Peggy Carter was somehow standing a chance against the Scarlet Witch, but I guess
Vibranium shield.
we'll just let it slide, I guess. She's going toe to toe. She's actually, doing some damage. She was being very sneaky, which I really like. She was using the smoke around her to get around the Scarlet Witch. I don't know how, because I'm pretty sure the Scarlet Witch could just, try to sense her feet on the ground, but, whatever. And then they're fighting, and then Scarlet Witch says something, and I don't remember, but Peggy Carter goes, I could do this all day. She says the iconic line from Captain America: The First Avenger and Endgame.
All these captains out here.
And then Scarlet Witch, they're fighting. She grabs a shield. She kicks Captain Carter and slices her in half. You don't get to see it obviously, because if you would have shown someone, get sliced in half, it would be a rated R movie, 100%. But she falls to the ground and she's dead. And then Monica Rambeau comes out of nowhere, starts attacking her, somehow losing her armor while attacking. I don't know why.
Pretty sure she just exerted too much energy because Wanda just had the energy to match.
I guess.
I don't know how her power works, but I'm pretty sure it was just the fact that too much power was being expelled.
And then
Who knows if she was deflecting it back at her?
The what?
probably.
Like, who knows if she was deflecting? Because it was weird. Because like it was like a flat thing, and then went to like a oval thing. So who knows if it was like redirecting? She's like, oh crap.
Oh, okay. Or maybe
I don't
even
know.
Wanda somehow absorbed whatever energy she had.
She doesn't absorb though, unless well, I mean, she got her powers from the Mind Stone. Monica got her power from the Space Stone. Who knows?
And it's all MCU stuff that maybe will be funny.
I think she dies the most stupidest way.
Yeah,
Yes.
For a character that strong,
yeah.
So
should not have died.
what happens is she I guess she gets overpowered. She gets knocked to the ground, and so does Wanda. So she's on the ground. Okay, this is Captain Marvel style, power, OP and everything. She's on the ground and everything, and Wanda grabs a huge statue and just goes, boop, drops it on her, and she's dead. She dies. And you see her hand fall to the ground and everything, and she's crushed. And that is the end of the Illuminati. Mordor is, did I say it right? Mordor?
Having his own little tea party with Dr. Strange.
Yes, he is having a tea
While,
party.
Mordor's friends are literally being combust.
He's legit stuck in a pit.
I guess we got the very important stuff out of the way. I know that's what everybody's coming for the review. Oh, what happened? What do you guys think about Reed Richards dying, huh? Are you guys happy about that? I bet you guys are happy that we hate it.
I'm not happy.
I have a take on American Challenges.
Okay.
I have a different take, which I just thought about when I got home. I don't know if Marvel is afraid of having Doctor Strange be by himself. Granted, No Way Home wasn't his movie, but it's okay. You have him and a kid, and then in this movie you have him and then another kid. So are they afraid?
Like what's it called? The babysitter to all these new kids that are
the Tony Stark, whatever. But like, are they afraid of having him be his own hero?
Dude.
Like,
yeah.
I don't like American Chavez makes sense. Spider-Man, kind of bullshit, stupid, but I don't know. I just kind of felt like, man, in the next movie, he's gonna be with another kid, like
Right.
holding him.
My main takeaway was the fact that this was another thing that American Chavez, her whole thing is traversing the multiverse, but she just can't control it. So I was really hoping, to get to a point. My whole thing was Multiverse of Madness. To be exploring the multiverse, Chavez is gonna help out with that. She just didn't know how to control it. She just randomly.
Every time she screamed, that's when the portal opened. So
yeah,
screaming is her power.
Really scared, as she said herself. Whenever I get really scared, is the only time I've ever been attacked. So I'm kind of upset that's the route they took with her. I was really hoping she'd be a character who knew how to somewhat control her power, and then maybe they can do the whole thing we did where Wanda still wanted to take over her, but at least she knew what she was doing. She could fight for herself, but she just really didn't know how to control her power, which I feel like lessened the what is it? The chances of just getting multiverse stuff.
No, and you're absolutely right. There's a lot of wasted potential in this movie. Like, we could have seen a lot of other variants of other people. We could have seen Deadpool. It could have been a funny way of somehow bringing Deadpool into the universe. So, American Chavez, when it's basically like she's a teleporter, right? So she summons the star, and it opens up the world and everything. We could have gotten Deadpool just slowly tiptoeing into the MCU, and guess what? That would have been the perfect reason. Oh, Deadpool's in the MCU now because he tiptoed through a star, an interdimensional star, and that would have been absolutely funny and would have worked.
Because Deadpool is literally just some fourth wall joke guy.
Exactly, and
So,
there
like,
is
that
a
would've
fourth
been a
wall
funny
break in this movie, which caught
Wanda.
me and a lot of people off guard. So there's a scene in the movie where Wanda takes over another. We should probably talk about, like, important plot points, because like this is like we mentioned daydreaming. You guys know what daydreaming is. So should we like
Daydreaming,
talk
or is that
like
a different name? I swear to God.
no, dream walking. Whoops, excuse me.
But,
But we should probably, like, I guess, start from like the major plot points. We're not gonna talk about the
No,
movie and such
we went straight for the good middle bits.
because that's what everybody wants to hear. Everybody wants to see. Oh, what do you guys think about them dying? So
Let's do this. Let's do this. The intro for the movie I thought was kind of good. We had a pretty good action sequence at the beginning that was like, oh, this is not our doctor,
yes,
different doctor.
at the beginning of the
So
movie. Oh, you want to get to? I was gonna like.
Oh, yeah, no, basically that, like, had a pretty good intro, and it showed that, oh, maybe not all Doctor Stranges in the multiverse are, like our Doctor Strange. Some of them are just guys who want to basically save themselves, and yeah, just get that out of the way.
Yes. So at the beginning of the movie, Doctor Strange has a dream about American Chavez, and he sacrifices himself to. Well, no, he sacrifices American Chavez to make sure she doesn't, I guess, get taken by Wanda or whatever's trying to get her. And I guess Dream Strange doesn't
See, I
doesn't
actually
win.
want to mention that. When you're done, I want to mention something. That's okay.
That's okay. That's 100% okay. He doesn't win and he dies. Well, I guess die. You see him get stabbed to death and everything, but then he's somehow still alive. After that, whole scene with, he's at Christine Palmer's wedding, and their, sad sob story. Are you happy, Strange? Trying to conflict the main character on something throughout the whole movie. Typical Marvel movie trope, which is everything they followed step by step by step, which is absolutely annoying. And then we have this fight scene with this tentacle monster. I can't remember the name. I don't even think it was mentioned in the movie. I don't even think it was mentioned. And you see it attacking American Chavez, and Doctor Strange saves her. And that's pretty much it. He just asks her, "Oh, why is he chasing you?" And she says, "Someone's trying to take my powers from me, and I could travel through the multiverse."
That's my main thing. I could be entirely wrong about this, and you guys could correct me on this part. Well, two things. One, at the beginning, obviously, with the introduction, her and Strange were fighting some weird monster that was in the realm of the book of what's it called? The book of
The
the Shanties.
the Vishanti, the Vishanti.
Yeah.
That realm where the book was held, they were fighting this weird astral monster-looking thing. Now, my main question is, was that a monster that was created by Wanda? Because they were in a different multiverse, so there's no way Wanda is able to make a monster through the multiverse type thing. And
wow,
then
I didn't even realize that.
Again, I could be wrong. Maybe she can.
She created both monsters.
But then that's the thing. How did Wanda know that this girl has the ability to get me my children, or get me my?
Well, remember,
the Darkhold holds a lot of secrets.
When Strange went to visit her, she knew her name. He's like, "I didn't tell you."
That is factual.
So she knew her presence. And that's why she was trying to get her.
I guess
But
if they want to play it off like that, that the Darkhold is able to give her all this cosmic info,
knowledge.
I guess, sure, go ahead. Not happy that's the route that was taken. Because then I still don't understand. Okay, I would understand maybe if she went to their universe and she maybe sent something and the Darkhold is like, oh, look, this girl has these abilities that could be useful to you. We should take over her. But again, maybe I'm wrong, but I still don't know how she made a monster or a hex being in a different multiversal plane.
Another plot point that also hurts the movie itself.
Maybe
Um,
I'm wrong, and maybe it was
Hopefully you're
somewhat
wrong,
told.
because this movie needs a lot of help it can get.
Sure.
So what Matthew was saying when Wanda finds out, they find out the monsters have certain runes, and if you watched WandaVision, you could see the runes on the monsters that were when she was fighting Agatha. So Doctor Strange is like, okay, let's go. Let me go talk to Wanda and everything seems to be go very nice, and everything. And obviously, Wanda's tricking him. You've seen
And it's the cheetah.
the traitor, and she changes everything. So he asks a question about American Chavez, and then he doesn't say American Chavez. He doesn't say the name whatsoever. But Wanda goes, "Oh, why don't you bring American here? And I'll protect her and everything."
I'll protect her.
So obviously he
And
knows
say,
something's wrong, and he's like, "Damn, you could see in his face. You're like,
See,
he's like,
even Wanda. I'm sorry to cut you off right
"Go
there,
ahead."
but even Wanda, the villain, the powerhouse of the movie, is stupid herself. I don't know if that was intentional, because by that very next scene, she should have says, "You never told me her name, did you?" Like, she knew that she fucked up, so even
He wasn't
she's
gonna get out of
stupid
it.
enough.
well, she said it. She says, "I'm better at trickery than I am at lying,"
So and
and
then
that's when she was. That's when
she
she turned everything.
yeah. So
Which the
they're
fact
having.
that
Sorry for interrupting. You want to keep going?
no, I was just gonna say that the fact that Strange didn't detect it and he even growled and smelled it, he was just like, "Yeah, this is real." She's like,
Yeah, he was kind of onto her for a second there in the apple orchard. He's like, huh, this really smells like apple magic, actually. I feel like he was really onto her from the very beginning. He was just seeing how long he could, I guess, like,
I guess that was
I
like the
guess,
one scene in the
how long
movie
he
where
could
Doctor
fight it.
Strange was actually being
"We're
smart.
smart."
So Wanda changes everything, and it's an absolute hellhole. It's you're like in hell and everything, and she's basically going on villain monologue. Oh, I was taking everything from me. I'm gonna take it all back. And then Doctor Strange is telling her, okay, well, we're gonna stop you, because I'm the hero of the movie, and this is my movie, not yours. And it was absolutely Wanda's movie. So they meet up, and I don't remember what this fortress is called, but they're holding fort. Because Wanda is like coming in and gonna try to take American Chavez. Doctor Strange is with the Sorcerer Supreme, Wong, stupid idiot. And they're just waiting for Wanda to come in. She comes. She's doing her threats, like every villain. She tries shooting and everything, and a really cool scene happens. So while everybody's protecting her, trying to protect the fortress, like having a shield, and she's slowly looking and seeing people like starting to freak out, like be scared. And Strange at least figures it out, but still doesn't stop it. He tells Wong, oh, she's trying to get into their heads. Wong, I just goes, oh, just focus on your minds. Make
That
sure
was
you're
funny.
strong.
That was funny. Fortify your mind.
The way he said it too. Fortify your
Fortify your
minds.
mind.
It was
Yeah, that's
funny.
a joke when the universe is at stake.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, man, you gotta hype up your little squad. I will say though, that scene. Now that we're on this scene where they're fighting at Sanctum, the Sanctum, or not the Sanctum, whatever the little thing is
Fortress.
called, the Fortress of Solitude. The scene
Wrong
where Wanda
universe.
herself, the scene where Wanda just saw that one random guy and he was tricking him, popped up behind him, is like,
Dude,
Whatever,
Cobb's
that was
Yeah.
really good.
run.
It was a really
Wanda,
cool scene.
Wanda
run.
was a witch in this
Hmm.
movie. She really did a lot of cool
Or she
tech
was
stuff, a
the
lot of
A
good
Scarlet
hot
Witch.
animation.
bitch.
Okay.
Ah, okay, she really did good. The whole fight in this fortress was good because we saw how, again, how
Well,
much of a powerhouse Wanda is, what her abilities are, how she uses them, how a broken mind just acts. So I really did enjoy seeing Wanda just rampage through the whole fortress.
so here's my thing about her with Fortress, right? So basically, they were all students. Like, some
A
of them were
group
good
of kids,
learners,
they were just
some of them
learning how
weren't.
to make portals, and it's like, right,
Yeah, and
guys,
like
we have to defend Earth.
they held their own like pretty well. And then when she's fighting like the real like
Heroes.
magicians, the real ones within like nah, well, like inside the guy because like there's a guy who was from the Strange movie who was a master as well. He just gets blooped into water. Which granted we didn't know about that, but I'm kind
Yeah,
of
that
like,
old
man,
guy.
how do students put up more of a fight than like the masters, especially Strange and like
I will say
Wong?
that scene though, where like they're
Like
all casting the big shield around. I did not see Wong or Strange help at all. I feel like if they
no,
stepped
they're just
in,
standing. Good
yeah,
job, team.
They were standing
Like
there
keep up,
being
bro.
stupid.
yeah. I feel
Keep it
like
up.
if they
Keep it up.
casted a little bit of magic, that defense system could have been more fortified. Again, but then if
Dude,
you do that, then then that means the Wanda
you know
probably would
what?
have never gotten through.
You know what would have saved this entire movie? You know how in No Way Home
Oh, me writing
when
it?
literally
Yeah, that probably would have saved the
when
movie.
when Strange was literally putting ruins like in WandaVision to the sky, he literally could have done that. So when Wanda shows up, she cannot cast magic, and that's the end of the fucking movie. And
The
she comes in, oh
movie,
shit, that's going. Like, all right, handcuffs, you're done.
No, you're not getting any kids today.
I guess we should start rushing or like hurrying this up a bit. Let's try to skip some parts into the movie. So after
the
that,
time hop.
yeah, they do a time hop and everything. They're slowly going through worlds and such, and then they reach a world where Doctor Strange is I guess considered a hero in this.
Mightiest hero.
They have a
Yeah,
statue of him, saying he's the greatest hero that that died
The
against fighting Thanos.
I think Thanos.
And they really made Thanos look like a bitch in this movie. I'm telling you that because if there's a scene where it shows. So they banish. So the Doctor Strange that is technically a hero, he wasn't a hero. He took a hold of the Darkhold, and he was evil. He was using it to his own extent, and he used it because he thought it was the only way to defeat Thanos. And
Yeah.
if you see a scene, you
does that mean
see the Illuminati all together, and then right in the corner, you see Thanos dead
On Titan. Yeah.
with the Infinity Gauntlet on, with his sword through his chest. So they really made him look. Oh wow, they really made him
did
look
they
like a bitch.
imply throughout that
They
whole
made it
scene?
easy.
Did they
They really
imply
made it
throughout
look
that whole
easy.
scene that what was it? That Strange himself was the one that took down Thanos and his
Yes,
armada?
because he had the Darkhold. Yeah, they did.
Right. Okay.
And then
Because I
after
found
that,
it
he got
super
corrupted
weird
by it.
when, yeah, because I found it super weird when the Illuminati showed up and they looked perfectly fine. I was like, wait, did they also not fight then? Because Xavier was still chilling in his little wheelchair
Because
and
they
he looked,
said
Well, maybe they
no, because they said in the movie, Strange always likes to be the first one in.
he went
So
by himself.
he went in
oh,
by
So
himself. Yeah.
I was like, what's going on here? These guys are just too clean after doing what looks like defeating a whole army of uh Thanos. What are Thanos' things called? The Chitauri?
no, it
Or
was just
what else were
Thanos
you-
though, because they're on Titan. So it was just Thanos.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess you're right there.
So after that, the whole Baxter thing happens. Though they're talking about the Illuminati. Mordor is in charge of Secret Sanatorium. He tricks Doctor Strange and American Chavez, and then that's when we
Oh
get
my
to the
god.
what happened.
Okay, so then talk about this shit. So, they didn't even talk about Loki. They didn't talk about the whole multiverse, how it started, or not even how it started. Like, because like, fuck, they weren't like, hey, like, we're just different universes and whatever. There's a bigger threat, nah, no Kang, no hints, not even Loki being like, oh shit, this is my wrong time period. Nothing, nothing regarding Kang, which I'm afraid are we only gonna see him in Loki season 2, and then Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Again,
Like,
man,
what the
I
hell?
feel like Doctor Strange had the chance to like do a little bit of things, but then at the same time, I feel like I could be entirely wrong. You guys can correct me. Anybody else can correct me. But the way the MCU is going right now, I feel like they kind of want to do a lot, but if they do a lot, it's going to cause a lot of confusion for most people.
It is.
Like the fact that they introduced Kang as a character, and then the fact that they
It's not
introduced,
our fault that they're simple-minded.
wow, dude, way to just say it out loud.
Dude, look at Thanos.
But then, like, they introduced, like, Thanos was, like, the main villain that ended the original story arc. And now they have to follow up Thanos. So they introduced
Yeah, but
this, yeah.
if you look at the track record of Phase 4, like the track record, movies alone, they kind of suck.
No, like, it does kind of suck. Again, like I said,
And
like, Kang was, like, the main guy, I feel like they introduced at the beginning. But then at the end of WandaVision, Scarlet Witch was shown to be like this super strong character who was, basically the bad guy for this, who we will talk a little bit more at the end, but she could or cannot be around, who knows?
she was the
And
best
then
character.
who was I gonna mention? I was gonna mention, damn, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank right now. I'm actually super upset.
You
Kang.
should.
Now Thor: Love and Thunder, Gore the God Butcher too. This big threat too. What's gonna happen with him? Probably die off in his movie.
Probably
Like
die
I
off.
feel like
Marvel
Phase
formula.
4 is gonna be rough to give it a pretty bow tie ending, like with Endgame and Infinity War. Thanos was the guy from the very beginning. They really don't have, at least that I see, a good follow up to a good, decent villain that could end this arc.
Okay. I know. So let me just I guess continue with
I
the
got
movie.
sidetracked, yes.
Yeah, we got very sidetracked.
I have to
Uh,
get that off my chest.
no, it's okay. It's understandable. So yeah, he tricks them, and then the whole Illuminati stuff happened. They talk about the MCU is 616. Doesn't really make any sense, but we'll allow it. Probably will never be mentioned again. And then the whole fight happens. They show Reed Richards, they show the Illuminati. What happened?
They did say that. They did say, "Well, Strange, you're the biggest threat to the multiverse, and not Wanda." And she literally wiped the floor with them. Like, come on,
No,
come on.
Because the Illuminati is dumb and stupid.
They wiped.
You say Angel?
I didn't say anything.
I swear to God, you said something. My bad.
Oh, before we get to that, so there's a very stupid scene. I can't believe I was literally trying to get it out of my head, and it just came back. So there's a scene where Wanda is trying to get to where Strange and American Chavez are at because they got tricked by Mordor. So she is interrogating Wong, the Sorcerer Supreme, where they both, Doctor Strange and Wong, vowed we can't allow Wanda to do anything with the multiverse, and we have to stop her at all cost. So she's interrogating Wong, and then she's like, okay, I don't have to kill you. I'll just kill 4 people behind you. And she lists up 4 people, and she starts torturing them. And Wong, some reason, doesn't go by his oath, and because he has a good heart, goes, oh, I'll tell you everything. Just let them live and such. Stupid.
Even though Strange literally would be like, okay, kill them.
Because Strange, at least when he gave the time, so the Thanos, it was for
The only way.
the universe. Wong was super stupid. The fucking Sorcerer Supreme literally said, "Yeah, you could mess with the multiverse. You see that Minotaur? He's my best friend. I'm gonna invite him to my bar mitzvah. Okay, so we can't have you, messing everything up." So, yeah, Wanda, finally is back at the original place where Wanda was born, right?
So yeah, they introduced Mount Wendigo, which is I could be entirely wrong, but basically Wanda and Pietro probably, or maybe just Wanda, I forget.
No,
Was
they weren't born. I think the idea
raised.
of Scarlet Witch.
Oh, the idea of Scarlet Witch was okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because remember, they were born
Oh,
in
that's
Sokovia
what it
and shit.
was. Yes.
So I
But
So
think it
Mount
was the
Wendigo
idea,
has
the
a lot of
concept.
significant value to Wanda as a character. That's like her thing. They like made it like this like old, I guess, temple where like the dark
Like prophecy. Yeah, it was
world
like a
was
prophecy
basically
for her.
created. But Mount Wendigo has very significant connections to Scarlet Witch as a character. So pretty cool that it was brought back.
they show that, and then that's how she was able to dream walk. Is that what it's called?
I guess. Yeah, Dreamwalk.
I can't really remember the stupid name they gave it, but I think it's called Dreamwalk. So they gave her she starts dreamwalking. So basically, she goes to a different multiverse, but she has to find her body and take over. She takes over a Wanda that has kids and everything, and she starts wreaking havoc at the Baxter Building. And then after that, I can't remember, American Chavez. So Christine Palmer is trying to get away. Oh, we didn't get to say how Patrick Stewart died. We're about to get here. So Christine Palmer is trying her best to get American Chavez out of this very, very indestructible glass box. And they made it so that Dr. Strange was trying to get out. American Chavez was banging. She was trying to get out as well. She's like, "Oh, come on, we gotta get out of here," and such. Right? She was really trying, guys. I really believe she was trying. So Christine Palmer's doing everything. She can't get in time, and Wanda's right there, and she basically is about to win. And then, I thought American Chavez was actually trying. She just punches the glass, and somehow it breaks. She didn't even think about doing that.
Palmer knew that glass was indestructible, or just super strong, period. Gets a fucking CO2 tank and starts bashing it.
Yeah, she's trying to get her out. And she built the glass herself. And then, to buy time, Professor Xavier, he does a special thing. He goes into Wanda's mind. So it's quite creepy. They both do the exact same thing to each other. And Xavier is like walking, and you basically see Wanda, underneath the rubble, like what happened in WandaVision. And Xavier's trying to get her out, and he realizes something is behind
I
her.
remember the quote.
What happened?
I remember the quote he says. Haha.
To Wanda?
Right now. It says Dr. Strange.
Oh.
X-Men Days of Future Past.
So he's, if you want to say it, he says a quote from X-Men Days of Future Past.
Yeah, he says, just because someone stumbles and loses their way, it doesn't mean that they're lost forever.
Which is probably he was the one that noticed it in the theater. I didn't, and I was literally sitting right here, and I see him right next to me going, "Oh my god!" And free. I was like, "What the hell? What did he say? What did I miss? Did I miss like 5 seconds of the movie?" Deadpool showed up, so he realizes something is wrong, and he's just standing still. There's a red gas forming behind him, and Wanda just goes right behind him, slashes his face, and basically he's dead. So since he killed her in his mind, he just falls. He just lays on his I don't know, X chair, whatever it's called.
Chair.
And American Chavez and Christine Palmer get away.
Could have easily have said to Wanda, "It's like, hey, let's get out of here. I know your father. Come here. We can go meet Magneto if you want."
We don't know in that universe. It's not Eric though.
That's true.
They just went out like a bunch of bitches.
So, and then afterwards, they meet up with Dr. Strange. They do some stupid joke where it's like a big demon dog running down the hallway, and you just see the shadow. and then you hear it, and it's just all monster. Oh, Doctor Strange. Funny Marvel joke 17,800, and they're trying to escape. They're going underneath the water supply on top of them. They're running. Okay, they're running like smart people, and then they stop. They're stopped waiting for Wanda. Why are they stopping? Nah, I have no idea. Well, we do find out why they're stopping, but why is everybody else stopping except Strange? Strange could have stayed there while everybody was running. So they're trying to trap Wanda underneath the water, which bought them, I guess, a little bit of time. But after they do that, I guess they have a little break. They're just walking, strolling. Okay, so what do you guys want to go get some food, or you guys want to go do something else? They literally do not care that Wanda is literally on a killing spree trying to get them, and they're slowly going through this door. It's basically the door to get to the, I guess we're gonna call it the Holy Book, where it could stop Wanda. And they finally open the door. It's has a thing with Doctor Strange's watch that Christine gave to him. And once they get through, they're still slowly walking. They're enjoying themselves. They finally get to the book, still walking, enjoying themselves. They're like, oh, we saved the day and everything. And then they get the book. They're still slowly walking and doing it. You know how many times I've said that? They're still doing it, by the way. They're opening the book, and then, oh no, Wanda's behind them, and they're so defeated. They're so distraught. No way Wanda could be behind us because she was just right there and we dropped water on her. And she captures American Chavez. Then she takes him back to where she's actually supposed to be at. And Wanda and Christine are stuck over there. Wanda burns the holy book, so that's completely worthless. And she's slowly taking away American Chavez's power. I guess I'm supposed to be remembering the last part of the movie, but I really can't. Afterwards, Doctor Strange goes. Yeah, Doctor Strange goes into a very distraught and destroyed world, and with Christine Palmer, and they're walking around. They're trying to look for their Doctor Strange, and once they find their Doctor Strange, he's a bit off, and he's trying to be you're from the multiverse. You have to prove it. So Doctor Strange says something about his past, about his sister, and how he couldn't save her. How he couldn't save her, and I guess that's the code for you're definitely me from a different universe. So
Yoel, is that from the comics?
Oh.
Is that from the comics? His sister?
The
Donna. Dying
not
ice.
for myself. I'm sorry. That's actually
I don't remember. I don't remember that actually.
So
it might have been something that was mentioned, but it's not something that really popped up in my head. That's important.
So they're talking, and obviously it's a very distraught Doctor Strange. He just wants Christine Palmer. Doesn't really give a shit about anything else, and he tries attacking Doctor Strange. And then we get a really cool moment in the movie. So he pushes Doctor Strange, and he falls on the piano, and it's just a flat note, boom, and that's it. And then he picks up papers, music notes, and starts attacking him with the music notes, and you could hear the notes playing. And it's actually a really well thought out scene, and they're just using music to fight each other, and I think it was really cool. And obviously our Doctor Strange gets the upper hand, and he gets the Darkhold. Right, he's trying to get the Darkhold from this evil Doctor Strange. He had it, and he gets it. And then he starts using it, and he says, oh, if the damned come out, please try stopping them, to Christine Palmer. A human, by the way. A human, stopping. But she held her own, but she ruined it. We'll get to that, though. And then Doctor Strange is using the Darkhold. He finds the place. So I forgot to say this at the beginning of talking about this. The Doctor Strange that died in the dream that was happening
came into the 616.
It came into that universe, and then they put it underneath the rock so they could, I guess, have a dead body in there. After that, Doctor Strange is like, okay, so we have a body in this universe. We can use it to our advantage. He picks up the zombie body. It looks very disgusting. You see the bones. You can see the flesh rotting and everything. It's a very, very horrific scene straight out of Sam Raimi's, I guess, typical horror tropes. And they're basically, he gets to where Wanda is with Wong. And Wanda is like just on the ground. He's trying to get up to stop Wanda this whole entire time. He's very slow. And he's very stupid. Hope you understand that. And then they're basically the Damned is telling Strange, saying, "Oh, you know you're not supposed to be doing this. You know you're not supposed to be taking a dead corpse and using it to your disposal." So they start like I guess getting at Strange, and Christine actually holds her ground. Robin is very thirsty. Christine holds her ground, and she starts attacking the Damned that come out. And then she says this stupid one-liner. It's such a cool scene. And then she absolutely ruins it with a stupid one-liner where she's like, "Oh, go back to hell or wherever you came from." Boom, and she stops them. And then I guess Zombie Strange takes the Damned and uses it at his own cloak of levitation. And then big fight. Okay, so he gets to Wanda. They're fighting and everything for the tiniest bit, and I can't remember what else because that fight is very, very, very short. Wanda somehow gets the upper hand, and American Chavez is basically so Wanda's like getting the upper hand, and then Strange has her locked for some reason. I can't remember why. And Wong is back up there and has her locked. And then Wong is now saying, "Kill the child so we could save the multiverse." So he's willing to kill the child, but he's not willing to kill 4 of his own men, which makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. And then
Guys, it's Marvel. They planned this. It's fine. It's a good movie. Trust me, it's a good movie.
Okay. And then he's saying, "No, we can't kill her. You could use your own powers." Doctor Strange just gives her a motivational speech, and for some reason, she's actually going toe to toe a lady that does not know how to use her powers.
Yeah. I want to say this part. Can I discuss this part for a little bit before you
Please,
ramble on?
because my throat is being parched.
Yeah, Matthew was sitting next to me. I was literally screaming. I was like, there is no way out of every character in this movie, American Chavez is the one actually handling her own. She is just a kid, and literally, and I mean literally by default, just now noticed how to use her powers 5 seconds ago, or even 4 seconds. And she's actually holding her own by someone who studied the Darkhold. How is that even possible?
But Wanda does get the upper hand, though. Wanda does get the upper hand. Obviously,
She did.
She stops American Chavez from punching her, and then American Chavez goes, "Okay, so I guess I can't really defeat you, obviously. So I'm gonna show you what you've done." And obviously, typical villain trope. "Oh, I can't believe I've been doing a bad thing." So she punches her into the world where she gets to see her kids. And she's obviously distraught, saying, "Oh, no, these are my kids, get away from them," because she sees the Wanda that she used. And they're very scared and everything, and obviously she has this thought. She goes, "Oh my god, I can't believe I've done this." And she's good again, all of a sudden, just like how everybody expected. Could have done anything different, but no. So she decides, "Oh, I guess I have to fix everything." American Chavez says that he will find Doctor Strange that's stuck in that very distraught world. And while she leaves with Wong, Scarlet Witch
kills herself.
brings up a big giant tower and slams it on her. So obviously we know Scarlet Witch isn't dead, right? Because they need to bring her back somehow, one way or another. But it is stupid how Marvel keeps doing this to their villains. It is very dumb and very annoying how they keep killing them off. They could still use these villains for other movies. We're not telling you not to. It's like you're afraid to use these villains one more time. You could literally use them. So, Wanda is apparently dead. She slams her body. She slams the tower on her body. And they find Doctor Strange. After a while, he says, "I love you" to the Christine Palmer that had all her friends brutally murdered by Wanda herself. And afterwards, it's happy-go-lucky. They're smiling. They're like, "Oh my God, we saved the world and everything. We saved the planet." Doctor Strange obviously isn't happy about it, about the outcome, but it's what heroes do. And then the last shot of the movie is him walking through the streets of New York. Before I say this last part, so once the user uses the Darkhold, it takes a big, heavy toll on them. It changes them in some sort of way. So when Doctor Strange had to use it to use the corpse to fight against Wanda. So since he used it, while he's walking through the streets of New York, he's screaming and a third eye opens. And that's pretty much how the movie ends.
Which, the end credit scene, it does not match.
I want to leave the end credit scene for Yuval because he knows more about this end credit scene than all of us because we were very confused. And Yuval somehow knew. So.
No, but what I mean is that, like, it goes from him screaming to him just walking and doodling.
Yeah. Literally the last scene of the movie where people actually see is him screaming. And then the first post-credit scene is, "Where's the shawarma place? I'm hungry." So.
And she comes in, "Hey, let's go." "All right." And then he goes in. I'm like, whoa.
So. Yeah, who comes in?
That's the Sorcerer Supreme of the Dark Dimension, or his wife.
Got it. But what you all had was telling me in the movie theater is that Dormammu's daughter comes up and is basically telling Doctor Strange, "You defied law and order, and you're gonna have to come with me."
I could be entirely wrong about that. I think I just briefly read it.
Oh, so I thought you were asleep 100% because this is, like I said, this is late.
You're gone. You're gone.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Alright, yeah, no, my bad, man. I was just looking for an article that has some more info on the actual cuts. Not that that's my bad, the actual end credits. Because even for us who are actually big fans of comic book and stuff, did not really know who that last character was.
Nope, I had no idea.
So what I got mostly from some articles, again, I could be wrong, it was just a brief look around. She is daughter of Dormammu.
Okay.
Her actor is called Nope, never mind. No, this is not her. Whoops, wrong. Wait.
Oopsies.
Whoopsies, made an oopsie. Her name's shows up in New York City unless you're defends racial or just spaces for your destination. No, I can't find it, but she is basically daughter of our boy Dormammu. So what does that hold for us? More multiversal stuff for sure, maybe.
And hopefully they can do it right this time, because they definitely need to step up.
There you go. Based on Terrence Purple and Black costume, she is Clea. Her name is Clea. She is a mythical woman who played an important role in the Doctor Strange comics since her debut in 1964. A powerful sorceress who appears to be human, but is actually a member of the Valtine race, extra-dimensional energy beings born from pure magic. She is the niece of Dormammu. Niece. But she is this all-magical sorceress, maybe on par with Strange on his magic level, niece of Dormammu, love interest of Strange. So, we will see how that plays out.
We will see how that plays out. That's pretty much it that we have to say about the movie. There's a last post-credit scene. I didn't say this in the movie and for the discussion, I guess, because that's not important. Bruce Campbell, Sam Raimi's best friend, makes a cameo in this film, and he gets basically throughout the movie he's just punching himself. And the last post-credit scene is just him punching himself, and then he stops and then he looks at the camera, and then he goes, "It's over." And that was a waste of time. They could have done anything else, but they had to do that. But
Raimi fans ate that up.
other than that, that's pretty much it for the discussion portion. We talked for quite a long time. Anybody have any last inputs before we call it done?
Yes.
I'm losing
Yes.
hope for this franchise.
So, I want to discuss what you all talked about, how people will be like, instead of, people knowing who Reed is or stuff like that, they were just being excited that it was John Krasinski. Like, oh my god, look, it's Jim from The Office. I want to talk about that. So, while we were talking about the whole Illuminati scene, I really wanted to go back to it, because that's probably the only scene that stuck with me the entire movie.
Yes.
So, I went on YouTube right now. I'm on YouTube. And I'm looking at the scene where Wanda kills the Illuminati, and I'm looking at the comment
Already
section.
on YouTube?
Of course.
Yeah, it's already on
It's a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Damn.
And
Opening weekend.
someone put as a comment saying that when they talked about whether Reed's mother was alive, I only had Jenna Fisher in my head. Damn. And Jenna Fisher is literally Jim's fucking wife in The Office.
God.
And then this
Jesus
also
Christ.
made me laugh. Before we go, this made me laugh really, really loud. Well, not really loud, but like in my head.
I was screaming.
Someone pointed out that this is a comment. Black Bolt literally died because his friend introduced him.
Yeah.
The way you
Yeah.
describe it like that's pretty funny.
That's pretty much what happened to Black Bolt.
Yeah,
Reed Richards is a very, very stupid man. Like I said, a very stupid movie. A lot of stupid things happen.
Yeah.
And yeah, instead of calling it Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, I call it Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Midness. So that's
He takes a stroll. He's a
How long did
stroll.
it take you to come up with that one, bud?
it didn't take me that long. I've been waiting to say that all week.
Unfortunately, the next movie is Thor: Love and Thunder. No offense, we're not hating on the movie now. I'm gonna say it right now, okay? For anyone who's watching this video,
Profit. We're gonna
we're
have
not
a
hating on the
profit.
movie now. But the problem is that Thor's a joke character, and we were kind of expecting something a little bit more serious. But Thor: Love and Thunder is probably the next movie, so I guess we will be talking about that too.
I guess that'll be it for right now, guys. Thank you guys for sticking through a very long video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and guess like our thoughts on the movie. Like I said, it's a very, very, very complicated movie, and you really have to turn off your brain at some scenes. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys next video. Thank you guys for coming in and talking about the movie with me. I very much appreciate it. It makes me very happy.
Of course, bud. Of course. I expect my payment.
Love the
back.
show.
Okay. Anyway, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.